as I've discussed, the two needles share yarn but not stitches. These 12 stitches stay on this needle. That's where they live. On the other side, those 12 stitches stay on this needle. That is their home, okay? They're neighbors who keep to themselves, although they do share yarn. You could pretend this neighbor works at night and has the yarn during the day. The other neighbor works during the day and has the yarn at night, something like that. So the yarn goes round and round, the stitches stay on each needle. Each needle knits the stitches it has. Obviously, this is the next needle because the yarn is in place for it. It is the end of that one, is the beginning of that one. Therefore, this one's going to go next. Now, let's say, I forgot what I'm teaching here. I must look at my little paper over there. Okay, so you share yarn but not stitches. So you share yarn but not stitches, and that's the rule, okay? So this needle knits its own stitches and so on. But let's say you get to a point where you need to move, this needle needs 2 of those stitches. The pattern says you're supposed to do that. How are you going to do that? I'll show you how you won't do it. Okay, tips are next to each other, which normally helps you be able to knit. But look, we can't get at each other. Won't work. Here's what you do instead. Here's the needle that wants to take stitches from the other one. The hungry needle comes climbing out of its cave, sneaks around. The cable that's been pulled out allows it to sneak around. Looks just like knitting now, doesn't it? Well, that's what it is. It's going to knit 2 stitches. Let's say the direction said take 2 stitches from the other needle. There they are. But now we have this big hernia or Mickey Mouse ear sticking out. Not a problem. Watch this. Loop. All better. Okay. A successful robbery. Now, let's say that we want to even things out. This is really just a repeat, showing you the same thing again. We knit our way to the end of this one, which will only have 10 stitches because we had 12 and 2 were stolen by that hungry needle on the other side. So we say we're getting them back, and while we're at it, let's take a few extras. Oh, I did it so fast that I have to talk about it. So we get to the end. Let's go ahead and put it in butter position, and it wants to take stitches from here. Okay, so let's do this. Can we take them yet? No. You got to get the other stitches tip there so we can get at them. So here it is. The this needle here has snuck out, got out a loop. It's going to take 1, 2, 3. Aha! It is ahead now. Oop. 13 stitches there, 11 here. Okay, let's knit to the end of this needle, and I'll show you one other thing you'll sometimes have to do. What you're going to have to do here will happen when you move wing stitches. You will find that after you've done your heel turn and you're ready to do the base of the heel or the back of the heel, you will find that you are asked to move some stitches from here over there. The one that has the yarn is going to get moved over there. Let's see how to do that. Let's pull out the stitch that's going to take them so it can get at them. Let it take them. Doesn't matter that we're working with the left side facing us. Let's say it takes 3. Let's give it 4. Why not? Give it 4. But now look what's happened. There they are. Everything's happy except how in the world are you supposed to knit when your yarn's coming from the middle? Well, think back on your rule. Every needle knits the stitches it has. So this needle is responsible for all these stitches that it has. Let's do this. Think about it. You've got to get the tips where the yarn is. So, with the other tip of the same needle, slide these guys over. Tip to tip like a clothesline. We're not changing stitch mounts. And there we are. Okay? Now suddenly we would be able to keep knitting. However, just to tell you this one thing, When you do this with the wing stitches, you will move over, it'll tell you exactly how many to move, so you won't have to guess. But you will move over all stitches up to the one that is there, because on the wing stitches you're going to be slipping that one. To slip it, you've got to have the yarn there, or you're supposed to have the yarn there, so just keep that in mind. But that's how this works. And so here we are, we could then knit along. So now you know how to move stitches between circular needles.